Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Blueprints. I'm really hoping that this video is not as long as the last one. That was a doozy. Okay. Goals for today. I don't think we have any reason to visit the orchard or the mine or the precipice. As always, though, we're going to start with our exterior room. So, actually, outer rooms. There's one that we have not gotten. Don't know what that is. The tomb would be amazing to get, though. I really want to go down now that we have removed all the water from the reservoir, which I'm assuming is still holding true, but I don't know. The shrine. You're the one that we haven't seen. Make an offering, receive a blessing. We don't have any money, really. I have 2 coins. Oh, you don't have a head. Okay. Making an offering of coins may result in the bestowal of a beneficial blessing that will last for several days. I wonder if I can... Can I come back and offer more coins later? We've received the blessing of the dancer. While drafting, you can pay gems to spin floor plans. Are you kidding me? That's insane. Take back your gold. Nah, that seems like a terrible idea. Okay. I want to go through every one of these and read everything at some point eventually anyway, but let's just read the descriptions for the outside rooms. So the tool shed, a simple shed with a variety of tools used by the groundskeepers in the course of their duties. Blueprint dead end outer room. It is unusual, so it's a 3-star. Whoops. Shelter is also unusual, 3-star. An underground bunker located away from the main house. This fallout shelter was designed specifically for air raids. Yeah, back during the war, okay. Except that we're in like an alternate universe, like an alternate planet, alternate geography. So the 90s, it's cool that they have like 90s analog technologies. They're just like different empires and islands and continents and history and culture and stuff. Anyway, Fallout Shelter was designed specifically for air raids, features thick walls made from lead and other materials intended to block radiation. A computer terminal within has been connected to the house's network system should an emergency necessitate remote access. Right, there was the cool benefit of like if we can get a lab experiment going. If we can get the lab to generate a spike of radiation, then we could unlock every door in the house. That's kind of cool. That's also like such a specific series of events. It's never going to happen, but it'd be cool if it did. Are these all unusual? Long before Reddington Elementary was opened, school convened in a single small building. As the student body grew over the years, the need for separate classrooms for each grade arose, and the Mount Holly schoolhouse was officially closed down. I wonder what else we could learn from the other grades. Like if they would have other assignments, not just like color in the things. That thought was kind of lingering at the back of my mind, but I don't think I've articulated that out loud until now. The Shrine! A sacred silence permeates this candlelit cavern, whose flickering lights add to the holy aura, shining down upon a meditative statue. His stone hands present forth a stone bowl to the devout pilgrim who may wish to make an offering of gold. The Root Cellar, an underground store of jarred vegetables and fruits from Mount Holly's gardens. It's always amazing what great things come from a little digging around in the dirt. The Hovel. A squalid dwelling on the edge of the estate belonging to one of the groundskeepers. It does count as a bedroom, which is cool. Trading Post. An outpost established on the outskirts of Mount Holly in the era before the New Realms. This station allowed the frontiersmen and trappers of these mountains to trade goods and services with the estate, the locals, and one another. They're all just unusual. They're all the same rarity, so rarity doesn't matter for any of these rooms because they're all the same. This Sinclair family crypt is as gloomy as it is immense. The true Sinclair legacy lies here, resting beneath the stones, a parade of distant relations and forgotten ancestors. And like a room with a giant gear. There was like a sigil down there. Like secret passages kind of all over the place. There's mines, there's a reservoir. There's a lot down there. There's a lot going on down there, and I want to go back. I want to go back down there. Ooh, there was one other thing that I wanted to do. I was thinking, oh yeah, look right there. Literally day one, we got the cloister. I wanted to see. I was going to go back and look at like the cloister and see if I could figure out how we got it. It may have come after getting other green rooms. So did I go this way and get the terrace and then maybe go this way and get the courtyard or something? Like, did I get several rooms? Like several green rooms specifically and then get the cloister? I feel like I paid for the cloister, but I don't remember. Okay, that was not actually as useful as I thought. I would probably have to look at the video. That's alright. Not gonna worry about that. We've paid out all of our monies. It is time to explore the house. Blessing of the Dancer. That's cool that you're just up here. That's super cool. So, generally speaking, want to explore along the western wing. That's as close to a real goal as I've got at this point. We'll do the spare bedroom first. Yo, dice. Very cool. I think the Nook is good. What are some other things I'd like to see? I'd love to get items, right? I love getting the shovel. I'd love to try to combine stuff with the workshop. Getting just green rooms would be great. I mean, you're kind of giving me stuff that I want. I kind of want all of it. I feel like we need to increment the observatory stars at some point again, but that has become such a not top priority just because there's other things and because I don't know how permanent any of your rewards are. Like, hooray, we can go get a gem. But I also like some of the higher end stuff gets kind of vague. Let's do... I mean, the West Wing Hall would be great deeper in, I think, because there's a chance that like the entrance hall is going to lead us into this space also or something, but do I want the workshop here? I mean, this just guaranteed gives us more options right now, so I'm going to take this. Ooh, and I need to look at my charts. We have letters 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 letters up through here. I'm missing these 2 letters. I never figured out the box in the bar chart. We saw that yesterday, and that never came back to me. Yo, we can go get our sledgehammer back. I don't know that that is meaningful yet. It might be good just to create you, just to have you. That being said, the pantry might also be good here too. I kind of want to go back to the entrance hall and explore the east wing. I mean, if we take the sledgehammer now, I think we can just turn around and store it again if I need to. I don't know how the coat check works, and I think for the sake of that knowledge, I'm willing to do this, if nothing else. So I think we could just immediately check another item. So yeah, I'll take that. Okay, and I can just check it again. Okay, cool. So we can just, like, I like remember to do that before the day is over, but we can just come back and check the sledgehammer or anything else again. Okay, this is good. Man, I would really like to check a shovel just so that we, like, always have access to a shovel. Always with, like, air quotes around it. You know what I mean. A dead end is kind of unfortunate. I'll do the observatory. We'll just do the observatory. It's fine. I'll just do the observatory. Richard Witt. From 1809. I don't think that's going to be a name that we recognize. Sorry, I'm going through and dealing with some stuff. Who was... Yeah, okay. So we're at 4 now, so we're going to get 1 gem back. The Southern Cross could be real good. Okay, I can't click on you to look. Okay. There we go. I don't know. At this point, we've been playing this game enough. I'm wondering if there are other possible secrets or anything, you know? Can I still look through that? No. Okay. Oh, there's a knight. There's a white knight. I gotta write that down. Let's also, like, fix you. Okay, white knight in here. Rooms. Security. So this is the same as security. This is observatory. White knight. Okay, and we've only seen 2 rooms that have black chess pieces. Which has to be relevant somewhere, right? I don't think there's anything else in here. I don't think there's anything else in here. Yeah, let's see where this goes then. The lab is interesting. So then let's do this. Can you just go straight? No. The mailroom might not be bad, though. The mailroom might not be bad. The nursery might be good to have early for once, finally, so that we just gain extra footsteps as we do other things. We also, I don't think we've been in here, so I'm just gonna do the nursery. We could have like re-rolled. I have been in here. We have been in the nursery once before. Because this is where we learned of The Red Prince, the book that Marion Marigold wrote. There's a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stones. So that's the crown, right? So this book has been accused of being like overtly political. And we know the crown was stolen. I don't know why when I click on it doesn't matter, whatever. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. Could not stand the sight of canary or crow. Could not stand the white of the swan or the snow. So these are these other nations, right? Like, is there a black flag? There is a yellow flag, right? We know that from school. The triangles, the one with like the toothy triangles, which means that they're a warlike civilization. Ooh, and we might even know what the triangles is. Is that A something? I need to like write down the 5 nations or whatever their names. There's like Arindia. What was the A one? That was just from the. That was from the history book. I need to go back and like make note of all the stuff from the history book. Ugh. Because we know that each of them is associated with a color. So I think there's yellow, there's black, and there's white. And so like these are the nations, and red doesn't like these other nations. He never looked up for fear of the view. He heard that the sky was not a red hue. I mean, I wonder if the one to the north is blue. Why does it... I guess I'm clicking too close to the edge, and that's closing the book. That's annoying. Okay. I'm learning. I also wonder if there's, like, magnifying glass stuff in here. Let's just skim the pictures. Nah, it doesn't seem to be the case. I like that I'm reading this children's book, which was my favorite book as a child. And it's a book about me, and it references being my favorite book. that's that's kind of clever. Okay. All right. Well, we got our gem back. Yeah, we'll continue on from the lab. There's so much to keep track of here. Randolph was in here, so let's go back to the house staff. So we know Randolph. Yeah. So Randolph M. He's the lab tech, and he's performed freezer test. Don't know that that's relevant, but that's his name. I'm trying to keep track of like staff, places, dates, because I've kind of just been letting all of those like wash over me up to this point. But I would like to actually keep track of those things because I feel like we're approaching the stage where that stuff is maybe going to start becoming relevant. Okay. Excuse me. Let's get an experiment going. The next 3 times you open a locked trunk, gain a star, set your steps to 40. Gain 3 gold for each red room in your house. I mean, gain a star each time we open a trunk would be cool if we run into any trunks. The bedroom one would be great if we're going to draft 3 more bedrooms. I'm going to go for the trunks. So trunks will also give us stars, but I feel like we don't run into trunks very often, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. It would be nice if it happened, but I'm not expecting it to happen. And I don't think there's anything else in here, right? We're not seeing any money or anything. Boy, you know what would go great right now? The boiler room, or something like security that also has ducts. Wouldn't that be great? So if we do this, that's a dead end. And we're done on this side. And then our house gets scary because we only have one way forward. So we could reroll, or we could just rotate. Or both. We could reroll, and if that doesn't work, we can rotate. I don't want to spend, like, all my resources here, but gems are a little more precious. Security's pretty nice. Security's very nice to have. Don't like that I spent my gem, but you know what? It's good to have security. Okay. Nothing fun out there currently. Let's go low security currently because we haven't run into the utility closet yet. Unlocked. That seems good. That's all fine. So, dead end here would be great. Yes. I don't really like the furnace's effect, but we have not seen the furnace yet. And in like a weird hypothetical situation where we do get the boiler, these are all connected by ducts. So that would be super cool if we got the boiler room. Still, that would still be great. I would love that. So you have a digging spot and not really much else. You're like the lavatory. You kind of just suck. Great. Awesome. Well, we've learned. Yeah, the furnace is doing this to us. Cool. I mean, I don't have any money, but that also just ends us. Ends our hopes and dreams for ducts. Sure, whatever. Do we go fish for the utility closet, like over in the West Wing? Maybe. Yes, I'm gonna go do that. We have plenty of steps for now. I'm very low on resources. Oh man, I would love to get the aquarium, but we don't have any gems. I love that they have like the heat shimmer over them because the furnace is messing with us. I like that a lot. Yo, some money. Great to have. Too bad we're just going to lose all of it as we go through this room multiple times. Okay, forward. Can't go to the garage. The lavatory is unfortunate. The corridor is kind of also unfortunate, but whatever. The archives is terrifying. The parlor gets us some gems, though. And it keeps us moving, so that's good. I don't know how this day is going to work out. The gems are in a box with a false statement. 2 statements are false. Okay, these contradict. Maybe. I don't know. All 3 statements are false. Okay, you're 100% false, so we know that. So, if this is false, that means that only one statement is false. But we know that that's it. That's the false one for sure, 100%. So, you can't be false. You have to be true. Which means that this is also a lie, so you have the gems. Because the gems are not in one of the lying boxes. Hooray, logic. I like the parlor game puzzles. Yeah, okay. That's not what I wanted. That is 1,000% the opposite of what I wanted. I wanted. Okay, well, man, lose half your steps. That's devastating. That is really, really, really bad. I guess we're just doing this. It sucks that I spent my 2 gems and didn't really get anything great out of it. We got our gems back. I guess we got a trunk. That's pretty nice. That's a star. That's a gem. A key. That's money. Hell yeah. Triggered our experiment. Okay. Something that goes to the right, please. I like the den. I kind of don't like that we're so deep in the manor. And I feel pretty resource starved, but what can you do? The aquarium is every color of room. I'm going to do it just because we've never seen the aquarium. Hey, and it counts as a bedroom because it's every color of room, so we got our extra 5 steps. This is cool. It's a little bedroom. They're rooms from the house. That's like the patio? That's maybe like just one of the hallways or the parlor room or something. That's the laundry room. I don't understand. That's maybe like the archives? So that's a test tube and a bathtub. So tube and tub, so the letter E. I'm going to say the letter E. Yes, because then that spells 8. Okay. This was one of the ones that I was assuming was the letter E, and that appears to be the case. You're locked, huh? Okay, let's push towards the foundation. I don't like using my last key. That's kind of spicy. I mean, I'll hit the switch every time we're in here, even though we can't open the safe. I will spread gold throughout the estate. I'm going to check the email just because I'm curious to see if anything has changed since the last time we were here checking email. I'm not expecting it, but... yeah, same stuff. Okay. Still no data transfers. That's going to be like a longer term thing we got to work on. Addition. Additions are rooms that are added to the drafting pool. Most additions are removed from the drafting pool at the end of each day. However, some additions are permanent, such as those found in the drafting. The drafting studio. We can use that to unlock new rooms? I like that a lot. Archived floor plan. Floor plans that are hidden from view after drafting the archives are considered to be archived floor plans. Yeah. So they're just hidden. Coat check. Colors. Call it a blessing. The shrine offers some gold. Yeah. I don't think there's anything new here. Power source permanent. I don't know. I don't remember what we did and didn't have from last time, but there's still like 4 or 5 words that we're missing. Okay. Okay. So money, yeah, money is going to be all over the place now. Kitchen gives us something to spend our money on. Importantly, it keeps us going. The maid's chamber also keeps us going, but that has a really nasty effect. I guess I'm just spending my last gem. We're out of resources. I would have preferred to get like a commissary or something, but oh well. Porterhouse steak. If we have the showroom, we get a benefit. I guess I'll just... Tomato soup is actually going to go pretty hard. That's 20 steps so far. For only $5. I'm going to do the club sandwich for now, though. I don't like any of this. We just got a bunch of extra steps, and if we find one more coin, we can get a lot of extra steps back off of this. So this is annoying, but it's not the end of the world. I really want to get the utility closet. And we have a keycard door over there, which is also irritating. The cloister! I don't have any gems. This just kind of like ruins everything. What a bummer. We're connected back to the dark room though, so we can get around the manor a little bit easier. The storeroom gives us some good stuff though. I'll take the storeroom. We are severely lacking in resources, so this helps. And we are, by design, still ducted up, so... I guess the gymnasium doesn't have ducts, though, so it doesn't matter. It would be off the dark room. So we just have to, like, YOLO something off the dark room? Or keep pushing off the aquarium. I feel like our day is swiftly drawing to a close here. You got me, game. I mean, so we can get a bunch of money, but that doesn't do anything. I guess we could go back up to the aquarium. Yeah, do I want to poke around and see if there's any more cash? I could. Stupid lavatory. Just stupid everything. The furnace screwed us up pretty bad. Which is fine. I was expecting it. I wanted to go into a new room and see if there's anything we can do with it. So we can only do the furnace if I either have the fallout shelter active or if we specifically have the boiler room already. And I know that I can connect it. And we'll do this for the extra steps, but... If we go back to the kitchen, we can get like a stupid number of steps, but we have so little hope for progression at this point. I'm not really worried about our steps. Our steps they're not going to be the thing that end the run. Oh my gosh. Luxury items for sale? Too bad we can't go in there. I mean, the hallway doesn't really get us much unless we could, like, rotate it. It's just YOLO this one. Of course that's what you are. Well... I guess we go back to the coat check the sledgehammer, and call it a day. That was unfortunate. Archives are terrible. Furnace is terrible. All the other red stuff is pretty bad, too. Yeah. Okay, well... It is what it is. I also, like, absolutely squandered our extra star, I'm realizing. Oh. To the dates column. West Wing Staff Notice. June 15th, 1983. West Wing is closed. Cool. We could have gone back to the observatory and used that for our star and gotten four-way rooms more common, but most of them cost a lot of gems, so I don't think that would have like meaningfully changed anything. If anything, we would have just not been able to draft those rooms. We would have seen them and not been able to draft them anyway. Okay, well, we're just going to call it a day. That was a relatively short one. You know what? Since the last video was so long, I'm just going to end this one here. Phew, nice short one for you. Thanks for watching, everyone. Our Scarlet Villa. That's kind of cool. We had 7 red rooms. That's a lot. Yeah. May the grace of the Twilight Dragon be with you.